Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj when rap beefs go too far. Okay guys, let's talk about this madness because the internet is absolutely losing its mind right now. We've seen rap beefs before. We've seen artists trade bars, throw subliminals, and even diss each other in interviews. But when did it become okay to drag someone's children into the mix? When did the game get this dark? Because what's happening between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj right now feels like it's crossed a line no one should ever cross. At first, this looked like another music industry rivalry, a classic, my album versus your album kind of thing. Cardi B dropped her new project and people were excited. Then Nicki allegedly threw shade at her album sales on social media. She supposedly hinted that Cardi inflated her numbers, which instantly lit a fire online. Fans picked sides, comments went wild, and suddenly this wasn't just about numbers, it was personal. Cardi didn't stay quiet either. She fired back, asking why Nicki was still talking about her instead of focusing on her own career. She reminded her that when Nicki first came out, Cardi was still in high school, basically saying, "Girl, you're a veteran, act like it." Cardi even said she was at home just cooking when Nicki's tweets ruined her day. Now, whether Nicki started talking unprovoked or was triggered by something behind the scenes, we'll never know. But one thing is for sure, this feud exploded fast. And what started as playful shade quickly turned into one of the ugliest back and forths in recent rap history. Once the kids got involved, everything changed. Cardi accused Nicki of visiting fertility doctors because she allegedly couldn't have kids naturally due to drug use. It was a harsh claim that had everyone gasping. Nicki hit back instantly, saying she had never seen a fertility doctor in her life. She even turned the clap back into a long, sarcastic post where she called Cardi Barney B, mocked her relationship, and claimed she had dirt on her medical records. She threw in religion, pride, and a whole lot of shade. It was brutal. Nicki then shifted gears and said that while she had never struggled with infertility, she didn't think it was something people should use as an insult. She told her fans to pray for women going through it and said fertility struggles shouldn't be a punchline. For a moment, it seemed like she was taking the high road, until Cardi responded again, and that's when the conversation went completely off the rails. Cardi brought up Nicki's son. She told Nicki to get off Twitter, stop writing essays, and take her kid to Chuck E. Cheese for his birthday. That comment hit deep. She also claimed that Nicki was lying about suffering seizures after their 2018 altercation at a Fashion Week party, saying Nicki was actually shaken from an OD. Then she dropped a warning, "Don't talk about my kids unless you want me to talk about yours." Things got darker from there. Cardi started mentioning Nicki's family history, saying her dad had never been to jail, unlike the rumors Nicki spread about her family. She went further, accusing Nicki's brother of horrible crimes and even suggesting Nicki's father had addiction issues. It was raw, vicious, and public for millions to see. Nicki wasn't about to stay quiet. She came back on Twitter saying people should stop listening to Cardi's music because it was dipped in evil spirits. She claimed it spreads negativity and drama. She posted messages filled with biblical references, saying, "We rebuke it back to the pits of hell." But that wasn't even the worst of it. Nicki directly targeted Cardi's daughter, Culture. She called her Culture Vulture and said she was ugly too. That single tweet set social media on fire. Cardi instantly defended her child, as any mother would, and responded with even harsher words about Nicki's son, Papa Bear. She mocked him, saying he was nonverbal because of what Nicki did during pregnancy. She even said, "I'm sorry your mom not even paying attention to you on your own birthday because she's too busy hating." Man, that was rough to read. From there, both women kept trading insults about each other's parenting, family trauma, and personal lives. Cardi accused Nicki of being miserable, saying she carried pain from her past and now tries to spread it. She even said that the bad energy Nicki wished on her during her pregnancy had come back around as karma. Nicki, on the other hand, kept talking about spiritual battles and devilish energy, framing the feud like a holy war. Both were firing shots nonstop, and the fans were right in the middle, taking screenshots, quoting tweets, and debating who went too far. And you know what? As wild as all of this is, the saddest part isn't even the drama, it's the kids. Because those kids didn't ask for any of this. They didn't choose fame, Twitter, or the internet. Yet now, their names are out there in one of the nastiest rap feuds ever. Think about it. Culture is 8. She's in school. Kids have phones, or at least see what their parents talk about. What happens when she goes to class and someone repeats those insults back to her? It's heartbreaking. That's not a rap beef anymore. That's a child being dragged into something that should have stayed between adults. And Papa Bear? He's 5 years old. Way too young to even understand what's going on. The internet never forgets. Even if tweets get deleted, screenshots live forever. These posts will resurface years from now, and those kids will have to see what was said about them. Imagine growing up and reading strangers call you names before you even learned how to read properly. That's trauma. It's wild how celebrities, who could literally ignore negativity and live peaceful lives, choose chaos instead. These are millionaires with families, fans, and influence, yet they're spending nights arguing online over streams, sales, and pride. At some point, you have to ask, where's the line? Rap beef used to be about bars, skill, and clever wordplay. Now it's about family secrets, medical rumors, and innocent children. It's no longer entertaining, it's disturbing. We all love a little drama, but not like this. This feels like it crossed into a place where no one wins. If anything, both women lose. Their fans lose. And the real victims are the kids caught in the crossfire. The internet may laugh now, but the long-term damage is serious. In an age where everything gets recorded, reposted, and turned into memes, there's no escaping what's said online. Every tweet leaves a digital scar. And let's be real, no matter how tough or successful these artists are, they're still human. They still have moments of regret. They still have to look their kids in the eye and explain why people online are calling them names. So yeah, maybe this whole thing started over album sales. Maybe it was about pride or who's the bigger artist. But now it's something darker. It's personal, painful, and unnecessary. I get that beefs make headlines, they drive streams, they keep names trending. But at what cost? Because when you bring kids into it, when you start attacking families, it's not just a rap battle, it's a generational wound. And no amount of fame or money can heal that. Honestly, I just hope both Cardi and Nicki step back, breathe, and think about what they're putting out into the world. They're icons. They've made history. They're powerful women who've broken barriers in a male-dominated industry. But right now, all people are talking about is the mess, not the music. It's crazy how fast love can turn into hate online. One wrong tweet, one misunderstood post, and suddenly the internet is a war zone. But behind those screens are real people, real families, and real kids who don't deserve to be part of the chaos. So maybe, just maybe, it's time to bring some peace back into hip-hop. The bars, the passion, the art, that's what people fell in love with. Not this never-ending cycle of hurt. Anyway, that's my take. What do you think? Did both go too far, or is one more to blame? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, but please, keep it respectful. At the end of the day, this isn't just gossip. It's a lesson in how far we've let social media push us. Because sometimes, real strength isn't clapping back, it's walking away.